Hey everybody, this is Brett, and tonight I want to talk about some of the things that you can learn from me if you do a holistic consultation. And tonight I wrote a little post on one of the Facebook groups that's holistically oriented, and I'd like to read that to you just briefly. It's got a bulleted list of the things that you can learn from me, specifically with a dietary consultation, but then going into some other things that are directly related and very important to all of that. Because remember, it's holistic healing. It's a holistic consultation. Okay, so it's entitled So Many Health Problems Solved for Good. And you do this over years and years. Okay, so some people will come across as being like, well, we have this 30-day program, or in 10 days, in a 10-day fast, you will be like a new person. And I've been doing this for a long time, and I know better than to do that. And you know that I'm not like a liar, I'm not unrealistic, and none of that. I just give you the real McCoy, okay? No BS. And so it goes, I can teach you how to gradually change your diet. We can talk live here on FaceTime or Zoom or Skype. My name is Brett Rogers, and I have almost 30 years of experience in these regards. Everyone is different, but after talking to you and getting a basic understanding of where you are, I can tell you what to change first, second, third. And I know all these things because I've been doing this for a long time, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I had to go back. And I had to rethink and redo things over and over. And so you can learn a tremendous amount from me and then not have to stumble and make all the mistakes that I made. So, number one, you will learn how to use adequate substitutes for the foods that you need to reduce and then gradually eliminate. And you'll learn about what foods you really need to get rid of and what foods you can gradually eliminate, and maybe how long it might take you to get rid of certain foods, etc. And then which foods you might need to get rid of for a while, and then you can reintroduce them later, possibly. I know which foods are really like no good and which foods might be okay to bring back. Okay, so number two, you will know what diet rules are unbreakable and which ones can be bent and why. And that's not always easy because there are so many opinions out there. And after you've been doing this as long as I have, you learn just from trial and error and from reading enough and experience, etc., who's full of it and who's not. Okay, and after I teach you these things, you'll kind of get it. You'll kind of be like, oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't really need to just all of a sudden become a this or that, and just for the image, for some kind of an image, or to be a group member or something, so that you can say, well, I'm a this, I'm a that, whatever. So number three, you will understand what you need to do to cleanse your body, because you're going to start detoxing all the gunk from every nook and cranny of it. And if you don't know what you need to do and all of the different, techniques and things and what to listen for with your body and all of that, then you might very well be in some trouble, or you'll at least go through a lot more hell and pain than you would if you had learned from somebody that's been there and done that. Number four, you will start to understand the benefits and detriments of other diets like macrobiotics, vegetarianism, veganism, paleo, fruitarian, etc. And you will learn not to be rigid and jump on somebody else's bandwagon or theology. You will learn how to listen to your own body and then give it what it needs. Number 5, you will know which comfort foods are okay and which ones are not. Very important, because there are so many misleading people out there that'll tell you, oh, it's okay to eat just a little bit of this or a little bit of that, when it's really not. And you have to know what is okay. And number 6, we can talk about lifestyle changes too, because these are required for diet changes. So you'll get to a point of where you can no longer go any farther with your diet if you don't make some lifestyle changes, because you are being blocked by a big wall, a big Donald Trump wall. Number 7, we can talk about emotional health as well, because this too is required for change. Same deal. You'll get to a place where you can no longer keep changing your diet. You can no longer keep progressing if you do not change some, break through some emotional barriers that have been holding you back. We can discuss spirituality, because you have to have faith to get through all these changes. And some of you may have some of that and some may not, and all in between. And you've got to get stronger and stronger gradually in all of these respects. You have to keep getting stronger, and there's never any ending to any of these. Number 8, we can discuss number 9. You should learn about environmental illness, creating a healthy household, and how to get clean air, food, and water. All of these things are really important, and that too has to be increased in quality. Number 10, we can talk about self-massage and yoga. These are absolutely required for changing your body, mind, and soul. You have to do everything, and that's why it's holistic healing, and it's all in like a big circle, and you're working towards this magic center thing, God and whatever, and you're working in, and you may get like really in on one side, but if you don't compensate and get some of the other things in too, then it's not going to go any farther over here. You can't just keep working over here. And a social life, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on getting some kind of a social life, which means I've got to find people that are like me, and that's not easy. So private message me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so if you're interested in this, go to brettsnaturalhealth.com. I charge $50 an hour for holistic consultations. You can do just 1 hour, and then maybe in a month or two, you need to talk to me some more so that you can continue to progress, and you can do another hour. Okay, so you can learn a massive, massive amount of things in just 1 or 2 hours. Your first consultation, you might want to go for more than an hour to take in, just to see how much you can take in, okay? But you don't want to overdo. You just want to, we'll figure it out. I'll ask you about your mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health. And we'll figure out where you are and why you're at each thing where you're at. And then I'll be just like, okay, well, we need to do this with him or her. And we need to do that first, because that's their weakest place. That's the thing that they need to work on the most. And the very weakest, worst things, you should know this, are probably the things that you need to start taking on first. Those probably are also some of the most difficult things for you to take on. And so you'll have to be really brave. But I know how to do these things gradually. And if you listen to yourself, your body, and your mind, and know where you're at, very important to be in the now and listen to yourself and know where you're at. If you know where you're at and you check in with yourself regularly, then you'll know how fast you can take it, because it's just like running a race. You have to pace yourself. Think about it, where you're at right now, to the end of your life, now, forever, till the end of your life, every single day, every minute, you're pacing yourself in your healing in all different regards. And you have all these tools. What you do is you build this big toolbox, huge toolbox. You keep adding one tool. Think of it. Think of how cool that is. Like if you're a carpenter, you're collecting tools and you're so proud of your tools. You know, all these things that you can do. And then gradually you get to a point of where, oh, I think maybe I could actually help other people. And that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. A person with a big toolbox bag like mine. And so I would love to make this like a multi-level marketing business, okay? A pyramid scheme where I get to be on the top. I get to be on the top, and all of these cronies down below me are building their tool bags bigger and bigger and bigger. And helping more and more people and the animals and the whole earth to heal. Okay? We have to do this, and one at a time, we can do it. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Let's see if anybody has. Oh, yeah. Look at all these nice comments. Hello, John. Hello, Lynn. I hope you're doing better, Lynn. You could massage your abdominal region a little bit gently and eat some nice cooked cabbage for your large intestine to feel better. And you might eat some nice raw fish for L-glutamine for your whole digestive system to start feeling better. Sushi. Thank you, Differentiated Music. Hi, Yvonne. Happy New Year. Hello, Nidhi. Hi, Nidhi Learner. So I want to thank everyone for joining me. I hope that you're having a good, happy new year already. I do have millet hole pillows, travel pillows. Can I show those to you guys real quick? I made a whole bunch of them yesterday. Ooh. Take me on a trip aboard your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped. Look at all those travel pillows. That is the, trying to remember the colors. This is lavender, Storonetta lavender. This is discontinued, but I had some scraps left. That's ginkgo. Got 2 ginkgos. This is sage green. It's hard to tell the colors because I have the yellow light on. I got the yellow light on there, but I got a couple of sage greens and 2 eyes of the world. Okay. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you are well. Have a great weekend.